Hey, so today we're talking about, is the Ronin M worth it in 2020? So before we get into the video, be sure to subscribe and like the video if you end up liking it, but let's actually get into it. So the Ronin M, it was released in like 2015. It was really like one of the first gimbals for the consumer market, and it was definitely the first one to make a really big impact. So now everybody is gonna have access to a gimbal and to that smooth footage and everything that comes along with the gimbal itself. But this was all the way back in 2015. Now in 2020, there are so many different gimbals. There's so many different companies. You have like DJI, Zoom, Moza, Movi, even like Feiyutech. There's a lot of different companies. That was my point there. And the price of gimbals has come down tremendously, and there's a lot of variety with what kind of gimbal you want. Do you want a gimbal for your phone? Do you want a gimbal for your point and shoot camera? Do you want a gimbal for your mirrorless camera? There's a lot of different options for gimbals. There's even cameras that have gimbals built into them, like the DJI Osmo Pocket. You can stabilize some footage in 2020. That's all I'm trying to say. Well, the Ronin M is still around. You can order one from Amazon or from B&H. They have even updated it a couple of times, and now it's on version 3. However, the hardware is still the same. So while we have all of these new gimbals coming out every couple of months, it seems like, the Ronin M hasn't changed at all. They haven't updated it. They made a Ronin M2, but that is in a different league. So today you can buy the Ronin M for like $1,000 or something like that from B&H. There are a lot of fantastic gimbals that have come out from different companies, but there's also a lot of people that still prefer the Ronin M. So is it worth it in 2020? You may have watched my unboxing for the S1H. If you didn't, you should go watch it. You'll notice that I actually bought a Ronin M. That's kind of what warranted me to make this video. Should you go and buy a Ronin M? I've been wanting a Ronin M for years and years. Ever since I've been getting into videography, probably back in 2015. I probably wanted this since 2015 when it first came out. Jump forward to today when I can finally afford it. It was like a dream come true. And it helps that I have a larger camera now, and the Ronin M can actually like support a camera with a little heavier of weight. I was coming from the Ronin SC, which cannot support that much weight, but that's a whole different story. So my point being is that I got a Ronin M in 2020, so I feel like I'm a pretty good candidate to answer this question on, is it worth it to get this gimbal in 2020? Well, I would say no. I don't currently own the gimbal. I had sent it back actually, but we'll get into that in a whole separate video, so be sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications for when that video comes out. But the thing that gets me, the real reason why I don't think that the Ronin M is really worth it in 2020 is because it doesn't have that smart technology that a lot of these other gimbals have. Again, I'll get into it in a different video, but the gist of it is that it was hard for me to work with the Ronin M and for it to do what I want. I was coming from the Ronin SC, and that has a whole bunch of smart features. It is DJI's newest gimbal, so it has all of the technology, it has locks, and it works really well with the app. I don't need the locks, I need something. What is a really big feature that kind of gets overlooked when you do have the app and you have all of the cool technology and you can move the gimbal with your phone and stuff like that is the joystick. The joystick is very underrated, I feel like. The Ronin M does not have a joystick. It doesn't have anything. There's no buttons. So if I have my camera tilted in a certain way, I don't have any way to get that camera back to where I want it. I don't have a way to recenter the camera. It'll be interesting if like I talk to somebody that actually uses this gimbal on like how they use it and how they work around these types of limitations. If the camera is offset looking over here somehow, because cameras drift on a gimbal, how do you work around that? How do you get it back? What do you do? But aside from that, it doesn't even work with the app. The app did not work at all. So I literally have no way to get this gimbal to do anything that I want. There's no smart features, and that's because this hardware is from 2015. I think in 2020 you can get something that is a lot better. I settled for the Moza Air 2 with a couple of extra accessories. You can get it to be a two-handed gimbal setup instead of the one-handed setup, but there's even options like the Zion Crane 3 or the Weeble Lab. There's definitely a lot of options out there, and they all do have the smart features. So the only thing that the Ronin M has going for it is its design. For whatever reason, none of these other companies want to design a two-handed gimbal setup straight from the back. It's all single-handed setup. It's all like a stick. I don't know. When you hold it, it's not this, it's more of this. I don't know why that is. I don't know why all of these companies have decided that this is the way that gimbals are going to be. If any of these companies did the exact same thing that they're doing with their gimbals, having the locks, having all of these smart features, and they just redesigned it a little bit to be a two-handed gimbal setup like the Ronin M, that would go crazy. That would probably be the top selling gimbal of the year, because I think a lot of people did exactly what I did, and they fantasized about having this one piece of technology. They saw all of these videos about the Ronin and people using the Ronin, and that's why they went out and bought a Ronin M and started using it, because it has the look. I don't know. A lot of my professional work is music videos, and artists are kind of trained to know the look of your stabilizer. So if you pull up with a Ronin M, they'll take you more seriously than if you pulled up with the Ronin S. If that makes any sense. For whatever the case is, it's all about perception. But yeah, this has just been a pretty quick video about my thoughts on the Ronin M in 2020 and why you probably should not get it. There are better options, trust me. But if you liked the video, be sure to subscribe, turn on those post notifications, because I'm gonna be posting a lot nowadays. I'm actually trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and when I get there, I'm gonna get a tattoo. So subscribe and watch me get a tattoo. But like the video if you did end up liking it, and comment down below whether you like the Ronin M. Do you think it's worth it in 2020? And just your general thoughts on it. And that's me. That's it. That's all I got. Yeah, okay.